war of words between the deputy president, or rather, let's say he was raising an issue, and we have the Secretary General for the same party that the deputy president is in, which is Jubilee, coming out to say that he is not going to engage on a war of words with his boss on social media or on media. And of course, the question was based on a tweet that was sent out by the deputy president saying that we are living in a very liberal country where even the Secretary General for a party, which is the ruling party, has become a chief strategist for the opposition. And there has been quite a lot that has been said about that. So let me start with you, Rungo Kangata, as a member of Jubilee Party. As much as most Jubilee members would like to make us believe that all is well in Jubilee, there seems to be things that come out. The deputy president, he actually, interestingly, was sounding like he's talking like a third party. It's like he's not in the party himself.
Well, you heard what the Secretary General of the party said. I think those of us who are in Jubilee, we cannot contradict His Excellency, the President Uhuru Kenyatta, neither can we contradict his deputy.
Even when the deputy contradicts the president?
Well, we can't really enter into that realm, and for obvious reasons. Apart from the fact that we give them respect, but also they are our bosses. Surely, even for me, I've always been telling people I'm not a presidential candidate. There is no way you can push me to enter into the realm of presidential politics. Those are too high over me. They are being fought by very powerful people. And those of us who are just senators or even members of parliament, it makes all the sense for us to allow those parties to continue doing whatever they want to do.
So would you agree with those who say that all is not well in Jubilee?
No, I disagree, because now there are key measurements which are objectives as to what is well or bad for Jubilee, which is, are we conducting parliamentary business as one unit? Yes, we are. Are we passing bills and motions as one political unit in parliament? Yes, we are. Is the cabinet functioning in terms of meeting, in terms of output or driving presidential agenda? Yes, it is. So what you are reporting about to me are politics which are being done at rallies, but in terms of objective output of a government, the government is busy running, and therefore me, I don't see any problem with government, and everything is okay. When I will see those divisions percolate in the National Assembly or in the Senate, stalling progress of legislative business, then at that time I'll say, okay, everything is not well in Jubilee.
Okay. I think I agree with the Honorable Kangata on his analysis, but there is one thing that must be made clear that we are losing here. There is a difference between the position of the Secretary General of the party and the President, who is also leader of the party. So the job of Rafael Tuju as Secretary General of the party is to protect and grow the party as a unit. Okay? So when I hear a statement that he has made here saying, I'm committed, it is my position, and that I'm committed to supporting the President Uhuru Kenyatta's effort to unite the country through the bold steps like BBI and the handshake and the fight against corruption and the Big Four. You know, that's not his job. It is not his job to support the handshake. It is his job to grow and protect Jubilee as a party. And so, as a party, as a member of Jubilee who pays his salary, I'm offended. The president is correctly doing his job as the president of the entire Republic of Kenya by undertaking the Building Bridges initiative and undertaking the Big Four. That is fine. That is the president's job. But he's supposed to be protecting the party. So I think the disagreement with him, and that is why there is a lot of his ruffling feathers within members of Jubilee, is that he seems to be working for ODM. And I think the danger that Rafael Tuju is getting himself into is that he must realize that when you're Secretary General, the fact that even we don't trust you as members of Jubilee, that is bad enough.
That is already a problem.
That is bad enough.
You're meant to be one of the uniting forces within Jubilee.
Yes, we must trust him completely. The president, we allow the president to reach out to other parties. But Rafael Tuju is not allowed, and it is not his job to reach out to other parties. And in fact, there's been so many complaints during the time of the by-elections. It was complained that Rafael Tuju was frustrating the party position. And the party position is not Rafael Tuju's position. The party position is our position as members of Jubilee who pay our...
and for him, it's just to ensure that he protects and makes sure that that position is kept. And
his job is to implement what we decide as members of Jubilee. He has not called us to ask us whether it's okay for him to undertake this new role that he's putting himself, is to start propagating the...
But then the question...
let me put another point. So three occasions, and he's getting himself into trouble. One was meddling with the by-elections. 2 was fighting Boni Khalwale. 3, and I feel sorry for Rafael Tuju. It is because I know he does want to be governor of Siaya, and I know he can win it fair and square if he's in ODM. So if he has a sure chance of winning it. But then what then he should do, because we want him to be governor of Siaya, he should not use our platform as Jubilee to fight for that seat by now beginning to work for ODM instead of working for Jubilee. So I should be asking him, let him resign, let him go and work for ODM, and he will definitely be the governor of Siaya.
But now the question, Honorable Boss Shole, would be, is he doing this without, as much as he says he's respecting his boss, the Deputy President, without the President's knowledge? Is that something, as the leader of the party?
You know, the thing is, we have not seen any statement here where the President has told Rafael Tuju, you must do the following. There is no instructions from the President that we know of. What I know, and I only speak to things that I usually know for a fact, is his own statement, where he's giving himself new tasks and a new mandate. I'm judging him on his own words, not on what somebody else has said or what other people have said in politics. I am judging him by his own words. And he cannot tell me, maybe now he should come out and say, I have been instructed by the party leader. If he tells us he has been instructed by the party leader, then I respect my party leader and I will go by it, isn't it? And if the members feel that they don't agree with that instruction from the party leader, those are things that we can ventilate when we have a parliamentary group meeting. Yes. So this, he cannot tell me that he's been told by the President.
All right.
I've not had the President tell him that
all right.
at all.
Ambrose Weda, your thoughts on Tuju's new role and the fact that the Deputy President, of course, just like Madam Shole says, is almost making party members not trust him. And as Secretary General, he's almost the, the center.
I think let Waisemewa be very forthright with the people of Kenya. The correct position is that the Jubilee government was a government of 2 factions, one led by the Deputy President, one by the President. And they have their troops. And these troops, when there is some kind of unease, they go back to their centers. You'll see Honorable Kangata will be on the center of the President, Madame Shole will be on the center of the Deputy President. You cannot say that all things are running very well, yet the leader of majority in the Senate, Hon Kipchumba Murkomen, is reported to have said this government is on autopilot. Now the Deputy President is saying the Secretary General and blah, blah, blah. So people are on their troops, and Honorable Tuju is on his side of the troop, those who gave him that position. And I think maybe he has decided it was given to him by the President and the President's men. So if there is a war, there is a division between the Deputy President and the President, you take sides. That is where they are. Jubilee itself is at that coalition. When there's a crack, and I think now there's a crack, they need to accept that there's that crack.
We need to have elections, because we didn't elect Rafael Tuju.
Yes.
We did not elect Rafael Tuju.
No, I think it's not who was elected who. It is about the President and the Deputy President closing in the crack. There's a crack. The people of Kenya elected them as one. Between them, they have allowed some crack, and now their troops are talking from the fence. The Deputy President's troops are throwing words across the fence. Oh, the government is on autopilot. The President's people, like Tuju, are also throwing tantrums this side. And meanwhile, Wanjiku and Achieng are dying of hunger. They don't have polio vaccination. So, my leaders, please don't tell us that, oh, it is